Alright guys, hi. I am here to record a video for you on zero or reduce waste lifestyle for your bathroom and hygiene routine. So some of you guys may do this because you're health conscious, because you're conscious of the environment, or because you're protesting or whatever reasons you may do this. I just wanted to share some of the resources I found and the things that I use to reduce waste in my hygiene routine. This is Dr. Bronner's cast iron soap. So this cast iron soap you can use for anything. You can use it to brush your teeth, you can use it to do laundry, you can use it for cleaning, whatever you want to use it for you can. Basically it's saponified oils, which is oil turned into soap. So I use this every day for showering, and you can just use, and it'll tell you how to use it. It's a pretty cool thing that you can read on the back of the thing. If you guys want me to do a separate video on any of these things, just leave. I used to use it for my hair when I was a loose natural. It's very good for that. I can't use it on my hair now just because for my locks it tends to stay in there just because it's an oil-based thing, but it's not oily when you use it on your skin. So combined with that, I use this rag, and I find these to be more hygienic than washcloths, and I like them, and I feel like they last a long time. These are kind of like, I don't know, they're plastic rags, but I'm pretty sure if you want to be more zero waste and really reduce your consumption, at least this reduces a little bit of washer consumption, because you can probably just throw this in the wash as well if you don't dry it, or every once in a while. But you don't have to wash it as often, I feel like, as you do with washcloths, traditional washcloths. And it lathers really nicely too. So and of course it dries better too. And this is a thicker mesh one, but they do make thinner ones in this. Maybe like this is probably like 2-ply, but they make like 1. So you have that, and then the soap, you only use like a tiny little squirt of it, and it really goes a long way. Like I said, you can use that to shave, you can use it for everything. So that are razor products. If you're somebody like me who shaves sometimes every day for 2 weeks and then it doesn't shave for 3 months, like there's a really good system. I mean, regardless of what you use, I think it's a really good to reduce on razor waste, because a lot of the times we're using a lot of razors, we're going through a lot of plastic, and I think it's just unnecessary. I used to be subscribed to Dollar Shave Club, and I did like them, and they were cheaper, and it's an easier way to make sure you do have razors on hand if ever you need them, because you don't want to turn around and have an event to go to or something and realize you have no razors. I've been there before, and it's not the best. So there's a shaving system that I tried at first called Bevel, and I can do a review on Bevel, and I can do a tutorial or whatever on how to use these razors. I'm just going to go through real quickly on how you change the blade and basically what it is. This is a double-edged razor. Some of these, like from the Art of Shaving, come with ones that will open and close to a certain level. As you know, like you have the clippers, a 1, 2, 3 or whatever, it'll open and close with the closest levels. This doesn't. What this does is you have a double-edged razor, and they come in these little paper things. If you really want to reduce even more, you can order it without, I don't think you can order without the paper, but you can, I mean, it's not that much if you compost. The Bevel razor system, what it is you take your razor and you split it apart, and you put your razor in here, your little razor blade. So you take the razor carefully out of the paper sleeve, and then you're going to put it on top of this thing. You're basically going to put the pieces. One of the things that I find people love most is coconut oil. So when you shave, if you just got to be careful of the surfaces after you're done and to clean them up properly. But when you shave, you can use coconut oil. That's a good thing with reducing. I say, like the cast iron soap, you can buy this in bulk. If you don't live in the suburbs like me, and maybe you live in the city with a nice health food shop, you can keep your container, or you can probably even use a glass container and buy this in bulk. This is about $15, but it'll last you like a good 6 months, depending on how much you're using it and what you're using it for. So you only need a dab of that for your shower, shaving, whatever. Now you can either use cast iron soap. I'm gonna go over some of the deodorant products I have used and would use. First we have this, I'm not sure what it's called. I'll try to find it and put it in the description bar. But this came wrapped in paper. But this is a deodorant that I got from Lush. Kind of looks gross right now, but it smells really good and it works pretty well. I think it's sodium bicarb and a few different things and moisturizers in it. So you just can... The reason why you don't really want to be using commercial deodorants is because a lot of them have aluminum, especially women's. I have not found a women's product in a regular store that is not natural that doesn't have aluminum in it. So aluminum is really bad for you. It causes your pores to clog. It's an antiperspirant, and naturally you do want to perspire when you have to because you want to eliminate all those toxins through sweat. So the antiperspirants are blocking that sweat, and they can cause cancer, all these different types of things. And I found when I was using regular deodorants like Secret and Suave and whatever, that they weren't washing out properly, and it was hard to even get fully clean when, you know, those deodorants are very like waxy. So then I have that deodorant, and I also have Twinkle Toes by Lush, which is a really good deodorant. It smells nice. It's actually for your feet, but it doesn't matter. You know, you can use this and just sprinkle it on your armpits or wherever. Thirdly, you can make a deodorant. You can use essential oils, baking soda. You have to be careful with that because it can be an irritant. My armpits are very sensitive to baking soda, but you can use that and mix it with coconut oil. You can even use lemon if you're somebody who doesn't need it that much for odor control. My lovely friend Ladania made me some pads that I really love. They're so cute. So she made this panty liner. So this is thin. She puts layers of, she'll probably correct me, I think like flannel or something on the inside, or felt, something that's, it's pretty absorbent. So I use this in conjunction with the Diva Cup almost every period just for extra protection. You know, and you can use a thin panty liner of whatever your choice, but these are good because they're washable, so they reduce the amount of waste that you're causing, you know, harm on the environment and stuff. So we have the thicker ones. They're nice too, and they don't get like nasty the way that pads do. They wick away the moisture from your body, all that good stuff. And she also puts a seam in them, so the seam helps for blood absorption. And you can use a wet bag the same way you would with cloth diapers or whatever. You can just pre-rinse these in the sink. Oh, shapes for me. She really accommodates. So these ones, I don't like them super wide, but you know, if you feel like you need them wider for better protection, there's these ones. There's also ones that she makes that have a snap. If you want for her to make you some, if you want to order some from her, let me know. These ones have hand sewn seams, but usually she goes over them or does them with her sewing machine. So like this one is an extra long panty liner, but it can also double as a pad because it's pretty thick. Okay, so let's move along into toothpaste. And this is not toothpaste, this is actually a face mask, but I'll discuss it with you because it also has the same ingredients as the toothpaste that I would make. So I don't use a zero waste toothbrush, but there are toothbrushes at Trader Joe's and things like that. So you can use sugar and coconut oil, and you can mix that and make a face scrub. Almost any hair mask or face scrub that you want, you can make with natural products, and these are things that, you know, are better for the environment. You don't have to worry about all the extra chemicals or you know, possibly being sensitive to these things. This is a little jar I got for like 25 cents from Michael's. It's a glass jar, and it has bentonite clay in it and water or apple cider vinegar, I don't remember. But inside of it is clay, and I use that for a face mask. Want to know a toothpaste recipe? I'll do another video on that. But some of the toothpaste and natural toothpaste, they've been known to remineralize and things like that, and they're just as good. I can guarantee you they're just as good, especially bentonite clay is just as good as your regular toothpaste without some of the health hazards you may be concerned about. Rose water is good for your skin. It's a good toner. You can use that for, you know, even a spray in your hair for a nice fragrance. Not necessary to the routine, but that's rose water if you have, you know, problems with oily skin, or you can find a different type of toner, witch hazel, whatever, and just keep it in a plastic or glass jar, something that you're going to reuse. So here we have a sugar wax. Like I said, I can do another video on how to use it in ingredients, but this is a sugar wax that I use to wax my eyebrows, you know, whatever. You can make it a hard wax or a soft wax. You can wax basically anywhere with it if you know, get the recipe right. And I keep this in the fridge. Anytime I want to reheat it, I can just throw it in a pot of boiling water and then just use it like that. I have a little stick here, but you can use t-shirt scraps to rip it off. You can as whatever that paper is. Okay guys, so I think I've gone through all the different methods of all the different things that I use for reduced waste bathroom hygiene routine. Um, like I said, all these things can be used all over your body, you know, for the most part. The wax can, castile soap can, coconut oil, you can use in a bunch of different ways, and they honestly turn out to be cheaper than the alternative. So if you guys have any questions, shoot me a message, write a comment, leave a comment. If you comment and subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Bye. So I was thinking about doing this as a voiceover. I get really nervous in front of the camera, even though, you know, I see myself in the mirror all the time, but as being on camera is different. So put some gloss on and cut this part out. So zero waste thing, or one of the things that I find or coconut. Okay, so in order to shave with this razor, you can either use castile soap or coconut oil. So to shave with this razor, either rip the skin off or, oh my gosh, to rip the hair off, to remove the hair, or about any of these things that I use. Otherwise, you can probably, otherwise you should like, you can use it to do you can use it to brush your teeth.